Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us today for this Nexford Virtual Tour. I'm happy to see so many people joining from early on. This is amazing. So for those who have joined us, like Cindy, Jeffrey, Joseph, Emerson, and Janayed, Mafindilla, Muzami, Nyasha, and Sahid, I'd love to hear more from you guys. If you can jump on the webinar chat, let me know more about you. Where in the world are you joining us from today? And which Nexford program do you wish to enroll in? Be great to learn more about you and where in the Nexford learning journey are you at. Hi, Muffindella and Joseph. Hello, hello. Nyasha from Zimbabwe. That's amazing. We have learners from more than 110 countries around the world today, which is just absolutely incredible. So I'm happy to see a lot of variety in different countries here on the call today. Thank you else. Hi, Joffrey from Kenya. Intend to do an MSE, okay, a Master of Science in Entrepreneurship. That is definitely one of our popular master programs. We have an MBA in Sustainability choice for Jane. Incredible. Jane is from Kenya. Emerson, you're from Mozambique. All right, we have Syria and Iraq here as well. We have Sahid from Nigeria. Wonderful. All right, guys, keep them coming. I'm so happy everybody's joining in already. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Mai, and I'm a senior Nexford application specialist. I have been with Nexford for going on 6 years now. Usually I say more than 5 years, but I realize, yeah, it'll be 6 years very soon. During that time, I've spoken with many aspiring learners, such as you guys, who wish to know more about the learning experience at Nexford and how it's different from other online programs around the world. You want to learn about what kind of support you're going to be receiving while you're studying online, how are you going to be able to access your materials, is there support from faculty, and so much more. I'm sure you have your own set of questions, and we welcome them today. I would love for you guys to, prepare your questions and send them in the Q&A section or the Q&A portion in your Zoom application. We will be having a Q&A portion at the end of the webinar today, where hopefully we will answer all of your questions. And to help me host this webinar today, we've got a faculty member, Dr. Bill Reed, on the call with us. We've also got Heidi Boyd, our admissions director, also on the call with us. And we've got a Nexford application specialist to help with your questions also in the background as we go through the webinar. So I'd love also to introduce Hesbon, also one of Nexford's graduates who would love to talk also about his experience studying at Nexford. So let's start with introducing Dr. Bill. If you can please introduce yourself to everybody and tell us more about what you do at Nexford.
Hi, yes.
Hi, yes, thank you.
Good evening, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Bill. I live in the United States. I'm about 100 kilometers south of New York City. I've been in the United States all my life. I've been with Nexford coming up on about 4.5 years now, and I do teach in the business area, of course. I've very much enjoyed my time here at Nexford and meeting so many people from different corners of the planet. So it's a lot of fun to work with all of you and hear your stories and share your stories in the course room. I will be back a little bit later to talk about that course room, and then I'll be here for questions later on. So thank you and appreciate you joining us.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Bill. All right, Heidi, if you can please introduce yourself next also to everybody.
Thank you so much, Mai, and thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. My name's Heidi Boyd. I've worked my entire career in higher education admissions and at Nexford since November of last year. I am talking to you from Cleveland, Ohio. So I love that very much the speakers on the call are representative of kind of the diversity that you also see in our classrooms and with our learners and alumni. As you see it on the chat here also. So happy to answer all your questions. Keep them coming. And yeah, thanks again, Mai.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Heidi. Okay, and next we have Hesbon. If you can please introduce yourself also to everybody and which Nexford program you studied and more about your background.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Thank you. So I'm Hesbon Oenga from Kenya. I joined Nexford University back in 2022, mid-2022, and I work in Saudi Arabia as an assistant bar manager. And I'm really happy to share my experience with both the current learners and aspiring. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Hesbon. All right. Okay, let's move forward with our webinar today. And let's just start by talking more about Nexford University. I'd love to give the mic here actually to Heidi, if you could tell everybody more about Nexford.
Sorry, guys, I had a little bit of a dog issue. But yes, thank you so much. Are you sharing your screen? I'm not seeing the slides.
Oh, I am. Let's
It's okay
see.
if it's just me that can't see them. I know what to speak to, but I'm not sure if it was just me.
Okay, good eye there, Heidi. Yeah, I've been sharing it, but I think it wasn't showing. Let me try again. There we go.
And thank
Thank
you.
you. Here previously, I thought everybody could see, but yeah, let's move forward.
Well, we were just doing our intro.
Yeah,
So,
there we go.
all good.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, and thank you everyone again for being here. So at Nexford University, and you see the beautiful picture of a graduation ceremony in front of us. I love the new slide. We really have reimagined what modern university experiences can look like and maybe should look like, depending on, it's wonderful. We live in a time that you have a lot of options for where you can choose to get your education and upskill yourself, and having accessibility, flexibility, and an experience really built around your goals is first and foremost where we're coming from. I know there's many of you on the call who've already spoken with your application specialist, and you'll know that those conversations are all really based around what you're looking for, what your reasons are for going to school, and really what what your why is. And you'll see that theme continue as you start the program and through your entire experience and after you finish. We're designed for career-driven learners, global, around the world, who want to build in-demand skills while earning recognized and accredited credentials, instead of following kind of the more old school campus model where you're driving and going into a campus. The campus is right in front of you at your fingertips. And we've created this 100% online learning experience that maximizes the way technology can support education and adult learners and really fits the way we live, work, and learn today. Thanks to that technology that we have available, we can deliver this world-class accredited accreditation at a fraction of the cost. For my US learners, I know when we compare tuition, it's always like, I've never worked at a school where there's like laughing and happiness when you talk about the tuition payment. It's just a different experience and a different structure. Because our programs are competency based and focused on real workplace skills, your return on investment comes much faster than a lot of times you'd expect and imagine. So whether you're looking to upskill, make a pivot, change your career, get ahead in your current role and move up where you're at, we equip you with practical job ready skills that make a real impact and quickly. And then, so we weren't ever a traditional university that had to make a big pivot and update, right? We were founded as this kind of disruptor in a very traditional space. So because we were from inception, this next generation, kind of more contemporary today model, we were built for online learning from day one, and our students and learners are representative of that kind of forward-thinking next generation take from inception. So every part of your experience is designed with global learners in mind, so you can learn on your terms always. We're licensed and accredited. The distance Education Accrediting Commission is based in the United States. So we meet those standards of excellence and quality and relevance. Accreditation also reflects commitment to delivering programs that that impact careers, so practical rather than theory based. Relevancy and flexible. We are very aware always that today's marketplace moves very fast, and keeping our programs updated with current industry information and trends is paramount. So finding old case studies, old books are just, isn't something that you would experience here. You're not just focused on theory and concept. You're really diving into building skills that employers are looking for and you can speak to. You can update your resume now. It changes the way you're interviewing and job seeking today. It's not even like you have to wait till you're finished to see the return on investment for those who are looking to make a change or pivot. We also understand that your life doesn't run on a fixed schedule, and none of us that on today's call same. We face that in the classroom when our courses are not self-paced, but you are in control of when you're a student. You have 8 weeks to finish your course, and sooner if you'd like to pace through it a little faster. Would have you think about a 12 to 15 hour a week time commitment to get started, and the discipline around time commitment is really the key to success. And just know if you're doing well academically and you want to pace through a little faster as you go through the program, you definitely have the option to do that. That's also how you pay. So we have a start date every first of the month, and you just make a monthly payment every month. So whether you take 1 or 2 classes at a time. So your academic plan and your learning plan is all based around your budget and your time and your choices. So many students also finally start programs to tap into the community and the connections. And it's also something I think a lot of students don't think about often. Just know you get out what you put in. There's so many people, alumni, staff, and supporters that are looking forward to welcome you into this community. You're not alone. You're part of a global supportive community, and connecting with your peers, faculty, professionals from around the world. Find us on LinkedIn now. So there's a lot of ways to plug in and maximize your experience, and building connections is a huge part of that. Thank you, Mai.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Heidi. All right. I'll go back here to a previous slide where I just wanted to talk here just about this is some feedback we got from one of our MBA graduates, Jason Weimer. So he's an American living in Thailand who started his own graphic design business there. But after years of running it, he realized that there was still so much he wanted to learn, especially around leadership and integrating tech into his work. He chose Nexford because the program gave him the flexibility to study online while continuing to grow his company across multiple countries. His MBA specialization in AI or advanced AI provided him with valuable insights and skills that helped him rethink how design, tech, and data can work together, whether it's using customer data to improve operations or applying AI concepts to streamline inventory and enhance decision-making. And having said that, I feel like I want to ask here a question to Hesbon. Do you remember what motivated you to enroll at Nexford back in 2022?
Okay, so can you hear me now, right?
Yes.
So back in 2022, I think I had stagnated in terms of career for quite some time. I was like flip-flopping. Sometimes I had position, and then when I go to another place, I'm getting a lower position. So, and I was wondering what was the problem. Is it my skills? Is it my papers? So that is something that ran through my mind in 2020. That's actually when I started fishing out for an ideal university whereby I can actually either grow academically and also upgrade my professional skills. So in 2022, I think the beginning of 2022, that's when the idea of Nexford came in, because I'd already moved away from Kenya and now I'm in another country, and I really need to pursue my career. Just when I was going through the platforms, Nexford came in handy. And to be honest, I think I made that's the moment I made the right decision in my life, I think, because if I may just picture it out, when I came in here in Saudi Arabia, I was merely a mixologist. That's my background. But right now you can see I'm an assistant bar manager. Actually, I should be the bar manager. It's only that my grades, there's some measures they use to give you a position. And technically, yes, but in a few months' time, when I graduate, probably I'll get my position as a bar manager. So it's basically trying to improve myself in terms of skills and also build a career out of that. So that's what actually motivated me to join Nexford, and I'm already reaping the fruits.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Hesbon. That's amazing.
Yeah, so yeah, and apart from that, actually, because of Nexford, I have done. Is it my internet?
Yes, it cut up for a minute, but I can hear you now.
So yeah, I can only hear myself. That's the problem. I don't know. I think I should let me just do something here. Okay. Am I okay now?
Yes.
Thank you. So that's one thing that motivated me. And as I told you, I'm reaping the benefits of Nexford. Some of these skills that I've already gained in Nexford have actually helped me in terms of projects and my personal projects, which apparently it's getting better using what I've acquired from Nexford. So I will talk about that one later when actually deciding questions. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Hesbon. Yeah, no, I'd love to hear more about your journey, and for sure, yeah, we'll be asking you more about that. All right, let's move on. Can everybody see my screen? All right. So once you get enrolled at Nexford, you get access to our online learning platform, which is called Canvas, which is our learning management system. We'll be showing you a little bit later on in the call how that platform works. But right from the beginning, within your NXU or your Nexford University orientation course, you receive a welcome address from our founder and our CEO, Fadel Ultarzi. I'd love to play this for you guys just for a couple seconds.
It's been said that the future is a convenient place for dreams, so why not dream big? I've always known education changes lives, but I first realized its impact over a decade ago. On my entrepreneurial journey, I saw a gap between the skills of college graduates and the needs of employers. With my own startups, I struggled to find people with the right competencies. For example, I couldn't find a software engineer with effective communication skills. I couldn't find the creative designers who could plan. I thought to myself, is this why unemployment stats of college graduates grab so many media headlines? And it's not our graduates' fault. Burdened by heavy debt, cohorts of learners walk away from university unprepared for the workplace. That's why I set out to create a university for you, one as well as millions worldwide. I'm Fadel Ultarzi, and I can proudly say that I'm the founder and CEO of Nexford University. Expect NX.
Right. Hopefully you can watch it in its entirety once you get enrolled at Nexford. I do want to talk next just a little bit more about the accreditation, because I know this is one of the common questions we get at Nexford. So I just want to expand on it a little bit more. So Nexford is accredited, as Heidi said, by the DEAC, which is the Distance Education Accrediting Commission. The DEAC is listed by the U.S. Department of Education as a recognized accrediting agency and is also recognized by CHIA, which is the Council for Higher Education Accreditation. Furthermore, we're licensed by the Higher Education Licensure Commission, HELC, in Washington, D.C., and that is the same organization that licenses all physical universities operating in Washington, D.C. Now, one of the things that really sets Nexford apart is how predictable and flexible our tuition is. You pay a flat monthly rate without any big upfront fees. There aren't any hidden charges. Whether you take one course or more, your monthly cost stays the same. So it's super easy to budget. And here's the best part. The faster that you finish, the less that you're going to pay overall. If you complete your master's program, for example, in just 12 months, you'll only pay for those 12 months. If it takes you the average 18 months to complete, you would only pay for those 18. So even if life gets in the way and you need more time, you'll never pay for more than 18 months as long as you finish within the maximum time, which is 27 months for a master's program. But this applies to all of our programs or all of our degrees, including our bachelor's degree, our BBA. You're never going to pay more than the average program length. So it's all designed to give you peace of mind and real flexibility so you can move at a pace that works for you without worrying about penalties or any surprise costs. Now, I want to talk more about how we designed our programs as well as the different offerings that we currently have at Nexford. So we designed our programs using what we call the workforce alignment model. This approach ensures that our programs are forward-looking and they're built around the skills employers are actively seeking today. So to achieve this, we combine in-depth research with insights from a global advisory board of industry experts. Our advisory board plays a key role in shaping our programs, comprising leaders across various industries. The board meets with us multiple times a year to review new offerings at Nexford and recommend updates to existing ones. Our mission is to help learners connect with the careers that they aspire to, and we offer a range of flexible learning options to support that goal. So starting with our master's degrees, we specialize in business and business technology, offering programs like the MBA, a Master of Science in Digital Transformation, Data Analytics, and Entrepreneurship. We also have our bachelor's degree. Our BBA degree program features specializations in high demand areas. As you can see, there are 6 on offer. We'll talk about them a little bit more later on, but examples are our AI or business analytics or entrepreneurship or digital marketing. And then we also have these career pathway certificates. So we offer 2 career pathway certificates at the moment, operations management and professional sales. Each are tailored to prepare learners for in-demand entry-level roles that don't require a bachelor's degree. And then finally, we have individual courses for those that are looking to build targeted skills without committing to a full degree. We offer these short courses that can be completed in just 1 to 2 months. So while our foundation has always been rooted in business, we've continuously evolved to integrate technology and to emphasize power skills such as communication, collaboration, and critical thinking. Because after all, having the knowledge is essential, yes, but knowing how to work effectively with others is just as important for long-term success. Now let's break down some of those programs, starting with our graduate degrees. So we have our, as you can see here, there are 4 master degree programs on offer. Each of the first 3, our MBA, our MSDT, and our MSDA, have 12 courses to complete, which equates 36 credit hours, and they have an average completion time of 18 months. It's only our Master of Science in Entrepreneurship that has 16 courses that are comprised of 12 courses and 4 seminars. That equate 40 credit hours, and the average duration for that is still around 18 months. So starting with our MBA degree program, if you're someone who's aiming to grow your career at the crossroads of business, tech, and leadership, then this program is a great fit. It's designed for professionals who want to boost their strategic thinking and leadership skills in a global context. Typical roles like after completing this MBA include senior positions like chief operating officer, management consultant, or marketing director. At its core, the MBA program builds well-rounded expertise in business management, leadership, and strategic planning, skills that are valuable across any industry. Then we have our MSDT, which is our Master of Science in Digital Transformation. This one's perfect for professionals leading digital initiatives who want to deepen their ability to drive innovation through technology. Graduates often step into roles such as digital innovation specialist or chief digital officer, positions where you're responsible for steering a company's digital future. The main focus here is on using cutting-edge technologies like AI, cybersecurity, and data science to create real business value and improve operations. Then we have our Master of Science in Data Analytics for anyone looking to sharpen their technical and analytical skills. This program offers a solid foundation to thrive in data-driven environments. It prepares you for roles like a data scientist, business intelligence analyst, or finance data manager, positions where data truly drives decision-making. The focus is on helping you master the tools and techniques used to analyze data, uncover insights, and guide smarter business strategies. And then if you're passionate about launching a business or driving innovation from within a company, then the MSE is the right program for you. It's tailored for aspiring founders or future startup leaders. Think startup founder, VC analyst, or even someone building a new venture from the ground up. At its heart, this degree teaches you how to turn innovative ideas into successful ventures through smart strategy, funding know-how, and practical startup skills. All right. So the big thing to know here is that we don't follow the traditional school model where you're just reading theory and memorizing for exams. Instead, you're going to build or you're going to be able to work on real projects that mirror what professionals are actually doing in the workplace. These are the sample projects you can see at the bottom here for each of our programs. Sample projects you would be working on as you're studying at Nexford, and it's very practical, as you can see. So in one course, you might be developing a market entry plan for a new region or using AI to help a healthcare company improve patient care. You could also be working on things like data storytelling or even building out a product roadmap for a startup. The point is, every project is practical and it's designed to help you build the skills you'll need on the job. So by the time you graduate, you'll already have a portfolio of work that shows you what you can do, not just a degree. I'll show you later how we bring in business tech and AI tools into the learning process. So it's all about keeping things relevant to today's world. Now, some more features about these different graduate programs, starting with our MBA. There are 6 in-demand specializations you can choose from in our MBA program. Of course, you could always opt for a general MBA. However, we do have these 6 specializations in artificial intelligence, fintech and blockchain, e-commerce, international business, cybersecurity, and sustainability. And then for our MSDT and our MSDA, you're going to see that we have a partnership with CompTIA. CompTIA is the world's most trusted certifying body of IT professionals. They are the largest vendor-neutral credentialing program for technology workers. CompTIA has awarded more than 2.5 million certifications in areas such as cybersecurity, networking, cloud computing, and technical support. You'll see that the MSDT program curriculum includes integrated CompTIA certification preparation courses like Network Plus, Project Plus, and Security Plus, which become accessible after reaching the halfway point of your program without any extra charges. These courses can be accessed through your online platform on Canvas. And then with the MSDA program, you'll have the opportunity to earn another CompTIA certification, which is Data Plus, adding even more value to your learning experience. Finally, our MSE program, our Master of Science in Entrepreneurship, includes a series of live and collaborative seminars, each comprising 2 live sessions where you'll connect with peers, you'll build networks, and learn from the best. Participation in these seminars is strongly encouraged because, as course assessments will require learners to reflect on the sessions that they attend. Each seminar includes both group and individual projects and assignments. Now let's move on to our undergraduate degree program, which is our Bachelor's in Business Administration, our BBA degree program. Is really designed for aspiring professionals who want a solid foundation in business, whether you're aiming to move up in your current role, switch careers, or start your own business. We see learners from all kinds of backgrounds: HR, operations, marketing, finance, even tech. Some are fresh out of high school, while others are already working and want to level up. What sets this BBA apart is how practical it is. You won't just learn theory, you'll apply it to real projects. like creating and presenting a personal leadership plan, sharpening your strategic and communication skills, and you can boost your market value even more by specializing in not one, but up to 4 of our 6 BBA specializations on offer. You can also get credit for prior learning, like previous coursework or industry certifications. You can earn 2 degrees, an associate degree after just 20 courses within the BBA, and then you'll get your full BBA at 40 courses. You can also take up to 4 MBA or MSDT courses while still in your BBA, saving time and tuition in the future. So it's all designed to accelerate your career and help you stand out. Now let's talk about the actual admissions process. I want to talk about scholarship opportunities, the admissions requirements, and as well as the application process. Starting with scholarship opportunities, I know it's another popular question. We do offer partial scholarship for Nexford students around the world. You still need to make sure that you meet the admission requirements for the chosen program that you want to study at Nexford. Once you receive a positive, hopefully a positive, decision from our scholarships team, it can be applied to your degree program at Nexford, all of our degrees. So that's all of our graduate degrees, as well as our BBA and our associate, our AAS program, and also our career pathway certificates. Now, for the specific requirements for our degrees, all applications for enrollment into our degrees will be reviewed by our admissions team. Often they'll require the submission of official transcripts sent to Nexford directly from your previous institution. For our single courses, we've made the Nexford registration process even easier for you. So you can skip the application fee stage. You can just enroll immediately and start learning as early as June 1 without paying the application fee. This means that you only need to enroll and pay the one-time tuition fee for that single course of your interest. But regardless of what you're applying for, all applicants must provide the following documents, and that is a government-issued identification, passport quality photo, official transcript, and some of our international learners may be asked to submit proof of English proficiency. On the right side here, you're just going to see very specific requirements about your undergraduate degree if you're applying for our master's degree programs. Of course, your bachelor's degree needs to be from an accredited university. Whether or not we need it to be in business or a related field to business or a related field to IT depends on the graduate degree program that you're applying for at Nexford. But don't worry, even if you studied nursing and you want to apply to our MSDA, you can just take one of our prerequisite courses. We have these foundational courses or fundamentals courses for each of our graduate programs, aside from the MSE. So you'll see here as an example for the MSDA, you can take a statistics course prior to degree enrollment, and that'll qualify you to then study our MSDA. As for our undergraduate program, our BBA program, we just require that you have a high school certificate or what is equivalent to a high school certificate or a GED or so on. Now, for the actual application process at Nexford, once you've reviewed your admission requirements, you can just start your application at apply@nxu.nexford.edu. There's a one-time $25 application fee that you need to pay for the submission and review of your application. And then our admissions team are going to review your application. Hopefully, you'll receive a positive application decision within 1 to 2 business days, after which you can log back into our online platform or the online application where you confirm your enrollment, you sign the enrollment agreement, you pay at least the first month of your chosen program tuition, and you select a future start date up to 3 months ahead. So our programs start on the 1st of every month, but there is an enrollment deadline. So the enrollment deadline for our next intake, which starts on June 1, is going to be the 28th of this month, and that is actually tomorrow. So if you wish to join us as soon as our next intake on the 1st of June, you need to make sure to complete your application on or before the 28th of this month. Now, finally, I just want to talk about some positive learner outcomes as to why we do what we do at Nexford University. So we ran a survey for our alumni in 2024, and just looking at our alumni outcomes, it's clear that Nexford graduates are making real career moves. 96% are employed full-time at global companies, showing that the skills that they've gained are highly valued in the job market. 80% have been promoted within just 18 months. 84% of our alumni are already in leadership roles today, reflecting the program's emphasis on leadership development and its impact on career advancement. And it doesn't stop there. Nexford alumni are thriving in innovative industries. As you can see, 74% are employed in ICT, finance, and operation sectors, proving that our graduates have the skills to succeed in fast evolving fields. And finally, the best proof of impact comes from those who have experienced it firsthand. 98% of our alumni would recommend Nexford, which is a testament to the value that they've gained. All right. Next, we're going to start talking about the actual learner experience at Nexford and walk you through our learner management system, Canvas. But first here, I'd just like to talk a little bit more, maybe with Dr. Bill. If you could just please tell us more, about these live monthly sessions that faculty members host with fellow learners, and what is the most common way you communicate with learners? For example, is it email, is it one-to-one calls, or are they these live lectures? If you could tell us more about that experience.
Sure, I'd be happy to address that. First, as you mentioned, in each course, you have a twice a month meeting with your faculty member, which is optional. You don't have to attend it. It is recorded, so you can view it at a more convenient time if you so choose. At that meeting, the professor would come with really no basic agenda other than to answer your questions. Of course, we'll have some information for you that we can talk about in general, but basically these sessions, which happens twice a month, are geared towards the questions that you have. Secondly, as I mentioned earlier, I've been with Nexford for over 4.5 years. I've been teaching online for over 25 years. And one of the least issues we face is communication with me. I think the avenues and the different ways that Nexford offers to communicate with the professor is second to none. You can leave me a message in the course room. You could text me. You could call me. You could email me. You can go to the messages. There's just so many ways that you can contact your professor. I believe that I'd like to get back as quickly as I can. So if you don't hear from me in a day, it's unusual, because I'm in the discussion and question areas every day of the course, 7 days a week. And I like to get back to you quickly because I don't want to hold you up. I don't want to slow you down. I've seen it happen where all of a sudden, hey, I've got 3 hours, I can catch up on my schoolwork, and you start, and the first thing you look is you don't understand it. So I think communication between the students and the faculty is second to none here. The availability of tools to use in this is excellent. In my courses, I also offer one-on-one opportunities where you can have a meeting with me. You set aside 10 or 15 minutes, and we can either do it through the course room system, or we can do it through a Zoom, or whichever you'd like to do, where I can sit and discuss your particular question or your particular concern, whether it be an assignment, whether it be about the program, what you can do with the degree, a bachelor degree, a master's degree, and so on. So communication has been highly, highly prioritized here at Nexford. And I think one of the least problems you will have is reaching out to your faculty member and getting support from the academic sense. Also, we have a success team which handles the other questions about scheduling and financing and payments and all that. And they have a separate department for that. But on the academic side, you would be dealing with me or your other professors. And I have to really be honest and say the quickness and the ability to answer quickly is a key success point here at Nexford. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bill. That's incredible. And I love you talking more about, that sort of success team support as well, which, makes me want to ask Hesbon if you've had any notable experiences about the success team support during your BBA learning journey.
I think on my side, the success team has been very supportive, very supportive. There's the real time when you ask a question, and the response is almost like immediately. And they're very helpful in terms of how they can guide you through your coursework. Even mentorship, there's a part of mentorship whereby they're even able to actually advise you on where they feel you need to improve or where you're actually good at. And it has been, for me, it has been a successful journey with the success team as it is right now. Yeah, so yeah.
Amazing. Okay, I'm glad to hear that you really felt that support. I just want to clarify for everybody, like who our success advisors are. They serve as your coach or your mentor throughout your Nexford learning journey. And often you'll find that success advisors reach out to you before you even think of reaching out to them. And that's because they track your progress. They can tell if it looks like you're falling behind, or perhaps you're struggling, or they're just doing a check-in. They just want to make sure, you remember that your assignment submission is coming up or your final project is coming up. And they're there to support you. Their job is literally in their title, right? It's to help you succeed, and they're advising you. That's what they're there for. They advise you on how you can succeed and make sure that you're able to complete your program at Nexford. So yeah, and since we have learners from more than 110 countries around the world, that means we have success advisors also posted all around the world, so that there's almost 24/7 access. You can book a one-on-one session with them. You can send them an email. You can, also send them messages on WhatsApp or so on. So they're always available. I always encourage any learner at Nexford to reach out to them because they can help you. They can even provide you very tailored advice about when to do your studying. If you tell them that you're supporting a family, if you tell them that you have a full-time job and you're not sure when to do your studying, they can walk you through your day, tell you that perhaps you can put in 2 hours today, or 5 hours in the weekend or something like that, so that you can make sure to still meet your assignment submissions and your final project deadlines and so on. Because also the 1 hour that you study at Nexford may not be the same, 1 hour for another learner, right? Anybody can complete or accomplish different things in that same hour. So everybody has their own pace. But as long as you put in anywhere from 10 to 15, some learners are able to put in 30 hours or 35 hours in a week. It really depends on your schedule as well. But as long as you meet those deadlines and those final projects, you'll still be on track with your program. Yeah, and so I want to ask your husband, can you recall any notable things about your BBA experience with assignments or submissions or professor feedback?
To be honest, the assignments and submissions are a bit, they're seamless, to be honest. And they are clear instruction. And I also remember, I can recall the grading system with the rubric which guides the students effectively. We also have discussions, assignments and discussions, and presentations. These discussions brings about what you call an engagement with other peers, the students, and also it's kind of interactive. So it brings in the live part of it, and you actually gain from what other students are doing in terms of their assignments, and you're able to read and learn. You learn, and they learn from you too. So it's really, I can see it's whole thing. It's I don't know how to say it, but you feel like I understand this topic well when I'm engaging with my peers. So I've really benefit from that kind of scenario.
Incredible. I'm happy to hear that, and I'm happy you remember that from your BBA, back in the day. All right. Well, speaking of, the kind of support you receive at Nexford, we also have our career services, and a lot of this is new. So I think it might be new information for you as well, Hesbon, but I'd love to share my screen here to tell everybody more about NexPath. All right. So talking more about NexPath here is one of our career services at Nexford. We don't just prepare you for, the next job, but for a lifelong career. Our AI-powered career hub, NexPath, is designed to provide you with the tools, the clarity, and the confidence to achieve your professional goals. We want you to be confident in your chosen path, knowing why you're on it and how it connects to your aspirations. With NexPath, you'll start by discovering your interests and personality type, using career assessments to help you better understand yourself and align your career and educational goals. You'll have access to Carrie, which is your 24/7 career assistant, AI career assistant, who answers all your career questions in real time. You can get personalized advice on career paths, outlooks, and how to map out where you want to go. Carrie ensures you're never left with unanswered questions. Our AI resume and interview platform gives you state-of-the-art assistance, getting your most important job search tools moving in the right direction. NexPath also offers practical real-world opportunities through virtual work experiences created by Forage. I'll talk more about Forage a little later on, but these experiences allow you to apply your knowledge, gain hands-on skills, and to stand out to employers. NexPath doesn't stop there. You'll benefit from one-on-one expert coaching, monthly webinars, group coaching, industry leader interviews, and unlimited access to LinkedIn learning courses. This ensures that you're building skills, connections, and confidence in every step of the way. So what makes Nexford truly unique is how we integrate career readiness into all of your academic experience, not just once you graduate. Coming soon will also give you access to career lessons throughout your program, where you'll learn essential skills to prepare you for the job search and learn the career skills that will make you successful on the job. So it's all designed to help you grow academically and professionally at the same time. At Nexford, we're not just focused on helping you find your next job. Our mission is to empower you to build a fulfilling career, and NexPath is the innovative platform to help get you there. All right. Moving on to the virtual tour as promised. So here we're going to show you a sneak peek of the online learning platform. Once you're enrolled, like I said, you're going to get access to our learner or our learning management system, which is called Canvas. There's also a Canvas student application that I encourage everybody to download. It's also very user-friendly, so you can study on the go, check your courses and your grades, and so much more on the mobile app. But right on the dashboard, you'll find My NXU. Think of it as your personal command center. It's where your Nexford journey begins, and it connects you to everything you need to succeed. In the program area, you'll see your entire learning path laid out. That's where you can track your progress, you can see your scores, and you can access your courses. When you tap on any course, you'll get an overview of what you're going to learn, the skills that you're expected to gain. And now the courses are designed to be super relevant to the workplace, but also engaging. So each course is organized into modules. Most of our courses have 6 modules and a final project to complete. You'll see that, they match specific learning outcomes. And inside, you're going to find videos, downloadable resources, interactive exercises. There's always something to keep you engaged, to keep things interesting, and also very hands-on. When it comes to assignments, you'll get ready for practical work. These aren't just for grades, they help you build real skills and a strong portfolio that you can show to employers. And then we also have the option of live lectures. So just because it's online, it doesn't mean that you're on your own. So we have these live lectures, which I mentioned earlier today, which allows you to connect with instructors and classmates. You can get one-on-one support with faculty members and join discussions through course boards and chats. Learning here is a shared experience. And from day one, you're going to have to go through the NXU orientation course, which I mentioned earlier today, and it sets you up with everything you need to get started smoothly. It teaches you how to navigate through Canvas. It includes that welcome video from our founder, as we shared with you earlier today. And if you need help along the way, we've got you. Our success advisors, like I mentioned, are available 24/7. They're available 24/7 for anything from tech support to personalized academic guidance. You can even book one-on-one advising sessions whenever you need, like I said. Here we're showing you the writing lab, right? This is to support your academic writing. It's always going to be available to you where you can get expert help, strengthen your skills, and learn how to use AI ethically and responsibly in research and assignments. And you also get access to Learn, which is our full online library with more than 60 million databases, articles, and publications. And it's all included and available whenever you need them. So at Nexford, everything is set up, like I said, to help you learn and to grow and to succeed. Another very exciting new thing that we've rolled out at Nexford is that, we know that connection and engagement are key to online learning success. And that's why we've introduced this powerful tool called Harmonize. It's an interactive discussion board platform designed to bring our global classroom to life. With Harmonize integrated in some of our courses, learners can go beyond basic text replies. You can share video responses, voice notes, images, or even presentations, creating a more dynamic human way to connect with your peers and your faculty. It supports both casual and low-stakes conversations, like course introductions, as well as more structured discussions that are tied to assignments. For example, Harmonize also allows for role-play scenarios and multimedia-based peer reviews, skills that mirror real-world communication and collaboration. And in this example, you might respond to a business scenario as if you were presenting it to a client, and then you can get feedback from your classmates before submitting a final version to your professor. So I know Harmonize would be new for you, Hesbon, but it's incredible. It feels almost like a social media platform within Canvas where you can engage with other learners in so many ways. Now, I'm very excited to talk about how we use AI in the classroom at Nexford. So AI isn't treated as an optional enhancement, it's a core thread that runs throughout the learner journey. It's embedded across every program to ensure practical and real-world application. Whether you're studying marketing, HR, finance, or tech, AI is part of the conversation from the very beginning. As shown in this video, our AI in marketing module introduces learners to the transformative role of AI in understanding customer behavior. This activity encourages learners to reflect on the impact of AI within their own industry and apply insights to enhance marketing effectiveness. They're prompted to consider how AI can be leveraged to better understand customer behavior, optimize marketing campaigns through predictive analytics, and improve customer engagement and satisfaction. So by engaging with this exercise, learners are equipped with practical strategies that they can apply in real-world scenarios, demonstrating foresight and innovative thinking in their professional environments. Now, in this example, this activity on e-commerce chatbots helps you apply AI and ML or machine learning concepts to real business challenges. Acting as an AI consultant, you'll create chatbot strategies for customer support, order tracking, and product recommendations. You'll design user scenarios, develop integration plans, and evaluate how these solutions impact customer experience and business goals. This mirrors professional problem solving, where you analyze bottlenecks, you propose AI solutions, and you present impactful implementation plans, ensuring that you're not just job ready, but you're also innovation ready. Now, critical thinking and ethical AI application. Nexford fosters critical thinking by challenging learners to evaluate and strategically apply AI. So in Module 5 of our professional communication course here, learners are asked to use an AI tool of their choice to rewrite a pitch that they originally created themselves. They then compare both versions, analyzing wording, tone, emotional impact, and accuracy. The goal is to not just use AI, but to think critically about its strengths and its limitations in real-world communication, encouraging thoughtful and responsible use of AI. Each assignment includes a grading rubric, as you can see here, which details what is needed to achieve the highest marks. With analysis and critical thinking as a key criterion here, the rubric emphasizes the importance of a reflective approach to using AI. Now, I'm excited to share a powerful example of a learner submission from our intercultural communication course. This assignment was designed to encourage deep reflection on personal cultural identity, a fundamental step in building intercultural competence. Learners were asked to reflect on their cultural backgrounds, their experiences, and how these influence their communication styles, their values, and their perspectives. What's particularly exciting is how this learner thoughtfully used AI as a tool to enhance their storytelling while maintaining a deeply personal and authentic voice. It's a wonderful example of how AI can support, not replace, meaningful self-expression. So I'd love to just show everybody a snippet of her assignment here.
Navigating identity in a blended world. Hello, and thank you for listening. My name is Heidi and I'm 23 years old. I live in Kenya and I'm currently taking the class Intercultural Communication. Today, I want to share a glimpse into my cultural identity, shaped by my Kenyan roots and my experiences living within a mix of Kenyan and Western influences. I'll take you into my family traditions, my connection to language, and a personal experience that ties it all together. Along the way, I'll explore how William James's quote, "Whenever two people meet, there are really six people present," resonates with the layers of identity and perception we all navigate. Let's begin. In my family, traditions are everything. One of the most important is our rule about celebrating birthdays. It's non-negotiable. Birthdays are first celebrated with immediate family, mom, dad, and siblings. Only after that can we include extended family, friends, or partners. This tradition strengthens our core bond, reminding us of the importance of those closest to us. Another tradition we hold dear is a monthly family outing. At the end or beginning of each month, we choose an activity together, going out for lunch or dinner, attending an event, or enjoying entertainment. These outings have given us priceless memories and strengthened our connection as a family. I was born and raised in Kenya, a country with a rich and a deep sense of community. My parents ensured I experienced our cultural heritage, from participating in significant holidays to learning Kiswahili, Kenya's national language. However, they also introduced aspects of
That's just a sneak peek. I hope you got the idea. I think this assignment submission is absolutely incredible. Now moving on to, I believe our last topic here is our career services that we offer at Nexford. So as a Nexford learner, you'll have unlimited access to over 16,000 expert-led courses and videos that covering a wide range of topics. Each completed course provides a certificate that you can showcase on your LinkedIn profile, as our learners love to do, as you can see here. You can add it to your CV or resume, which is a great way to stand out to employers. LinkedIn Learning is typically a paid feature, but with Nexford, it's all included in your Nexford tuition at no additional cost. So for example, if you're studying data analytics at Nexford, but you also have an interest in marketing, you can take additional LinkedIn Learning courses to broaden your skill set and to boost your resume. And if you enroll early, you'll have early access to LinkedIn Learning and all of our career services before you even start your Nexford program. You can learn more about our career services on our website. Our career services provide expert advising, online courses, and live sessions to help you land the job you want and accelerate your professional growth. We also partnered up with IBM Africa to make the Digital Nation Africa, or the DNA program, available to all of our African learners at no extra cost, where you can expand your skills on emerging technologies such as cloud, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things or IoT, blockchain, and so much more. And then we also have Forage. So you can get a head start on your career with Forage job simulations, again included in your Nexford program. These immersive experiences let you practice real-world skills, but at real companies like JP Morgan and Accenture, to build your confidence and give you a competitive edge in the job market. You'll see that they vary in difficulty level and the time that it takes to complete them, but you'll also receive a certificate upon completion, which again you can add to your LinkedIn profile or your CV or your resume. All right. Now, this is just a reminder, we're at the end of our webinar here. A reminder for everybody to send in their questions so we can start taking questions. So while you guys send them in, I know some have been sending them in already and they've been assisted by our Nexford application specialist. But I do want to ask some final questions here to the lovely co-hosts on the call with us today. Starting with Hesbon, I want to ask first of all, because, I talked about our global community, I talked about the different ways that you can communicate with learners, whether it's in the, discussion boards, or we also have the option in live chats, group projects, and so on. Have you had the opportunity to make any Nexford friends or networked, had any networking opportunities with Nexford learners from around the world during your Nexford program?
Yes, certainly. Actually, my LinkedIn followers connection has increased immensely. I remember first time I had like 1,000, I have like almost 2,000 plus, courtesy of Nexford. I've also created networks with people from around the world, especially Nigeria, of course, Kenyans. I've met a few Kenyans. We've started networking, and I also have met a few, though not physically, few people around here. I think 3 or 4, who are pursuing the same thing. And also, I've had a few people who want to join, but they're still on, still awaiting their reply. So actually, in terms of networking, yes, I've gained, and I hope to gain more as we proceed. And I've gained a lot.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that. How would you say your Nexford program has changed your life so far? I know that's a big question, but
it has changed my life, certainly, for sure. The way I think, the way I solve problems, it has really had an impact, and that's why, as I said before when we were beginning, that it has made people start believing. When you gain these skills and the way people see you, the way you're solving your problem. Actually, I got my positions because of that, the way I could be able to solve problems too, and then I got a leadership role. Sorry, from what I've gained from Nexford courses. Also, it has changed my life in terms of business skills. I remember some courses have been very fundamental in terms of the project that I'm doing back in Kenya. This goes to there's the marketing, digital marketing, finance. I'm doing accounting management right now, and entrepreneurship. These three have been like a pillar to my current project in Kenya, and I've gained so much. I don't know. I think Nexford, if Nexford wasn't there, I don't think I'll be doing this project. and it's becoming like now a business. It's a business already, and Nexford has really propelled it to another level, and I'm really happy about it. So it's something that I really thank Nexford for.
amazing, and it makes me super happy to hear that.
This is an honest. This is not a marketing thing, but it's an honest testimony about Nexford have done to me.
Yeah, no, I know, because I host these these webinars monthly for a couple of years now. I've spoken with many learners and graduates as well, such as yourself, Hesbon, and just the return on investment, the ROI has been just consistent. I hear these reviews from learners such as yourselves that make me feel so happy about doing the job that I do, being able to speak with learners or graduates such as yourselves, and I hear how it's really positively impact your life and your career, in the ways that you're saying right now. And have you got has been any final advice for current or any aspiring learners for Nexford?
Where should I start with current learners?
Yes.
For the current learners, just stay consistent, be disciplined, and because at the end of the day, this learning in Nexford or online learning requires a bit of discipline. So you need to set your goals, weekly goals probably. Reach out for help if you need, and don't be afraid. And also, it's good that they have these resources, and we should take advantage of the resources that they give us and apply our learnings to the real life. Because it really, for me, it deepens my understanding about business. That is for my side, and maybe someone else it will make him understand from another perspective. For the incoming or aspiring learners, if you want something in the future, practically in the future, then you need to invest in Nexford. Nexford will give you that thing that you really require in the future, because we are changing, and global is changing. Everything is changing right now. And if you don't change with them, then you lag behind, and then you start complaining later. So time is now. Take advantage of this opportunity that has come, and make use of it. And you'll thank us later. Thank Nexford later.
Incredible. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, Hesbon. Yeah, no, that's very inspiring, and I hope it inspires a lot of current aspiring learners on the call as well. All right. I can see the questions coming in. Please keep them coming, guys, while we stay in the call for just a few more minutes to answer your questions. Before I jump to the Q&A portion, Heidi, I'd like to also ask a question here to Dr. Bill, because I know, I've been doing these webinars with you, Dr. Bill, for a long time, and I know we've been with Nexford for quite a while now, so I know you believe in the Nexford model. Have you got anything to share for aspiring learners as well, as to your overall passion for teaching at Nexford?
Thank you, Mai. I certainly do. I think you've covered the materials so well today in the scope and breadth of the opportunities that Nexford presents to potential learners. I think there's one area that I would like to highlight. Nexford can teach you about AI. Nexford can teach you about sustainability, about entrepreneurship. What you also get here is learning about you, expanding your boundaries, going further than you thought you could go, accomplishing tasks that you thought you'd never accomplish. And I mention this because I went through that transition. I never thought I'd be teaching at a graduate level. There's people back in my hometown who probably wouldn't believe it if I told them I was doing this. So you gain in a lot of ways by educating yourself in any way. And I think one of the best days in an academic's life is graduation day, because that's the one event where I've been to, and I've been to many of them. I just was one like 2 weeks ago. Everybody's in a good mood. Nobody's worried about the state of the wars in the world. Nobody's talking about inflation. Nobody's talking about the bill that you didn't pay last week or the car that doesn't work right. Everybody is celebrating an accomplishment that you did. And I think that's some of the outcomes that we offer here that don't get written down in PowerPoints and don't get written down in our mailings and our information. So good luck to you in your decisions and what programs you select. I think it's important to do these programs and get educated. The world is changing. It's changed in the 1 hour we've been talking here today. And to get ahead and to maintain position, you need to learn more. So good luck to all of you. Thank you for having me, May and Heidi. I appreciate it. And I will be here if there's any other questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Bill. That was just beautifully said, honestly. All right. I think we're ready for questions, Heidi.
Excellent. So, great question from Cindy. So when do classes start in like my local times? And this is such a good one to revisit because we say it, but it's a little bit sinking in if you've never done a class like this. Like, okay, wait, when does it start? Like, when do I have to be somewhere?
Yes, exactly. So there are no fixed class times at Nexford. You can log in any time of the day, any time of the week, as long as you make sure that you, meet your assignment deadlines and final projects. Of course, there's a schedule still there that you need to meet, but there are no requirements to log in at a specific time during the day or during the week. So that is why we have learners from all around the world, right? So it's not tailored to very specific, timings in the day.
Yeah. And it's not about us, it's about you. You get to create your experience and choose when you're your best student and that you can really make that happen. Like for me, the hours that I'm awake before I start working is really when I'm my best student, but I would never even want to go into a classroom at 6 o'clock in the morning. But to log into your computer at home is a completely different experience. So it's for those of you who haven't taken online classes, it's a whole different world. As you can see over the last hour, everything that we went over, it's just, and it keeps getting better and better. And Nexford is that university that's very forward thinking and always wants to maximize technology so you have your best experience. I did saw a question earlier about, I forget from who, about, hey, is it too late for me to start June 1st? Great question. The answer is no. This was one thing I wanted to mention for anyone who, I like being in admissions for almost 20 years. I know most people get to this point where you're on an informational call like this or put your information in to request more information. Most people have been thinking about going to school for quite some time before they reach out. So once you know you want to do it, and then second, pick a school, if it's us or if it's someone else, just start. Don't wait unless you have like you're going to a location in India where you won't have internet for 6 months and no way to get online, which just isn't really a typical situation this day and age. If you can do it. We're built for you as you are. Whatever changes might happen, promotions, job law, like we're here through it all. That's why we have adult learners all over the globe that are able to do it. So I always find solace when I'm doing something new to look at the people who've done it before me, and so hopefully that's helpful, but just do it. So yes, there's plenty of time. I know it sounds like, okay, deadline tomorrow, but you have all this momentum. Like it probably took you months or years to get to the point you're here now. So just saying yes and going with the flow can be the best advice. So anything else you'd add to that, Mai?
No, I think you put it perfectly, Heidi. And if you're worried about also whether or not you can meet that cohort, right? Can you start that quickly, or is it too late to actually do the actual application and enrollment process? It is not too late. As I mentioned, the enrollment deadline is tomorrow, but that still means you can apply and you can get even a same-day decision. I know our admissions team work very hard around enrollment deadline to make sure as many learners that want to join as soon as possible can join. So do
Hmm.
not hesitate. Start your application today.
Yeah,
Start it now. Start it as soon as you finish this
yeah.
webinar, and you can still hopefully join our June 1st intake.
Yeah, and I just mentioned this because right before this call, I spoke with a student in this situation who had started the application but didn't finish it because they assumed because it would take their school maybe a month to get us their transcripts that would be a barrier, but it's not. We have more time than it might seem to get official documents in for that purpose. So just know if you feel like your situation's more complicated, we've done this a million times in a million different ways and are here to support as needed and that you're set up for success.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, we've even provided exceptions. I know I've spoken with, applicants in the past who, I don't know, had, lost their official documents, or their school. I remember there was a strange case where their school had closed or burned down or some strange case
Mhm.
like that where they couldn't get their documents, and
Yeah,
we provide exceptions. We understand,
yeah,
we're talking about several countries around the
yeah.
world, many different cases. So yeah.
Well, and I think that's such a point too. And I think Dr. Bill is also such a good example of that. And there's things that Hesbon and you certainly have said that, Nexford is founded and run by reasonable people who care about students and success, and that a policy, sometimes there are critically thinking about something and like a school burning down, and that there are other options and sometimes paths for solutions for people. So, and sometimes it's not intuitive to just say, hey, this is what I'm facing, my problem. Do you have any help for me? But that's what we love to do it. So
Exactly, exactly. And if we're talking about the very specific policy, just to, clarify that you can start learning as soon as June 1st, and you have 60 days from your program start date to contact your previous school and try to get that document, the official transcript, right?
mhm.
You have 60 days. We also offer up to 90 days, right? So you'll have time. You can start learning. So you can start learning already, gaining those skills while, all the documentation stuff is sorted in the background.
Thank you, Mai. So, question from Yasra. This is maybe a little bit of a big one, but I know you can do anything, Mai. And we have, I think, quite a few people sticking with, I think, everybody. So, from Yasra, can we clarify different roles possible from each MBA focus? I'll just say that's so hard because it can be like literally almost anything.
Yes.
But she's particularly AI and international business.
Yes, yes. Very great question, Yosra. So, I want to add to this question a quick little response to Yosra and somebody else who asked about sustainability, I believe, in the MBA. So perhaps you missed the slide about the MBA specializations. So there are 6 different MBA specializations you can choose from. So that does include international business, artificial intelligence. It also has sustainability, that's true. It has e-commerce, cybersecurity, and then fintech and blockchain. All right. So, in terms of your question, Yosra, so for international business, the core focus for that is entrepreneurship, or business development, sales, financial management, HR management, business strategies, and growth strategies. That's what the specialization focuses on. Who is it ideal for? Like, what are the different roles you can get from that specialization? Again, as you know, Heidi said, that could be very vast, right? I might say these roles and you can get something completely different from these roles, but it's ideal for business developments or sales or growth managers. It's ideal for CEOs. It's ideal for strategic HR managers. It's ideal for business owners looking to expand their target market. That is for international business. If we're talking about artificial intelligence, then that specialization in the MBA is ideal for operations managers, a manager in a highly tech-enabled environment, and managers that are eager to leverage on business technology. And the artificial intelligence specialization, that one focuses on business process improvements, digital transformation, of course, fintech, business application of cybersecurity and AI, as well as business intelligence. So I hope that clarifies things for you, Yosra. Again, you can go on our website. You'll find all this information available. There's a breakdown of every specialization and what it's ideal for and the possible job opportunities you can get choosing those different specializations. And otherwise, I encourage you to always speak with any of our Nexford application specialists on board wanting to help you, whether it's on WhatsApp or on a call or by email. You'll find them available every day. So yeah.
Let's see, I think we got to everything, Mai, unless anybody wants to, real quick, send another note out, but
Yeah, I think we got everything. I do. All right, I'll just put up our contact information here. If anyone missed it, we've been sharing it on chat as well. Anybody's welcome to book a consultation call with a senior application specialist at nexforduniversity.com/NXU consult. That is where you can talk for, I think, half an hour or an hour. You can be provided very specific and tailored advice about what Nexford program suits you best depending on your educational and work background. So I do recommend those consultation calls if you want very tailored advice. Otherwise, you can always email us at help@nexford.edu with any questions that you have. You can chat with us on WhatsApp. We're available every day, I think, except for weekends, at that number, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. So yeah, all right. I see Yosra saying sounds great. Thank you, ladies. Yes, your answer helped very much. I understand it's very broad, but I ask because some of the slides showed probable jobs. Many thanks. It's perfect so far. I'll read more, do my homework. Amazing. I'm glad to see Yosra's already got that learning, attitude from right now. So that's amazing.
I do too. I'm ready to get into a class with Dr. Bill.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. Thank you so much, Heidi, Dr. Bill. Thank you as well, Hesbon, and thanks all the aspiring learners on the call with us today. We hope you join us very soon.
Yes,
Right.
welcome. Please, congratulations.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.